So the next little bit we'll look at is the United States of America, and what they were doing in the early 20s, which was trying to get themselves out of Europe and become isolated. Splendid isolationism, it was called. So they decided that they would not accept the Treaty of Versailles. Wilson, once he went home after Germans and everybody had signed the Treaty of Versailles, had to try and persuade his two houses, Congress, to accept and ratify the Treaty of Versailles, and he failed to do that, mainly because of the League of Nations. And it was because the League of Nations would drag potentially America into any more disputes that the Senate and the House of Representatives didn't want that at all. The other thing was that they believed that Britain would always outvote America on any issue if there was any antagonism between the countries, because Britain's dominions, who would have a vote each in the League of Nations, would always gang up with Britain, so they could count on Australia and Canada and all that to side with Britain rather than America, so that America would have less of a say. The other thing was that Wilson tried his best to sell it to them, but didn't do it very well. He had a stroke, which obviously didn't help, and he refused to compromise on the League of Nations. Had he gone with Britain's view of the League of Nations, Lloyd George's view of a looser organisation, they may have accepted it, but Wilson would not compromise on the League of Nations, so they refused to sign the treaty. Therefore, France was not given any military alliance from America, and they were not in the League of Nations. The other thing they wouldn't do is let the loans that Britain and France had got slide and write them off. They definitely wanted the Britain and France to pay them back, which caused problems with reparations, which you should have already watched a podcast on.